I gotta think because that happens like once every 10 or 20 shows. It's really odd. Hey, everybody, welcome. It's
Switch your microphone.
Oh, am I dadgummit? All right. We just can't win today. All right, hold on.
What's going on?
I don't know. Apparently, my microphone is funny.
The other link wasn't working,
and the other link didn't start uploading to YouTube, and
Oh, goodness.
That old chestnut. But we're here. It's Thursday night. Welcome to the Cantina Happy Hour. Pull up a stool, have yourself a drink, and let's talk about some Star Wars. I am your host, David. With me, as always, are my co-hosts, Debbie. Debbie, how are you this evening? Now that we are live, how are you again?
Again, I'm good.
Also with us tonight is Cam from Cam and Focus. He's actually on tonight. We actually get to see his bright, shiny face this evening. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm doing okay. I'm tired. It was a very long day at the clinic, but today was my Friday, so yay.
Must be nice because
Padme edits.
somebody. Oh, is Padme on?
Oh, don't worry about cussing. I cuss like a sailor on here.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
We are very PG-13, and don't worry, you didn't miss too much of the intro because guess what? We started kind of sort of on time, and then we had technical issues, and we're just now getting started anyways. So anyway, here we are.
Definitely good to be here with a working website.
Yes, finally. And you know what? I had concerns about tonight because we switched our internet. Hello.
I want what you're drinking.
We switched internet providers last night. No, I take that back. It was Monday night, and then Wednesday night they came and installed everything, which means that when they install everything, basically our router is downstairs now. So I am not hardlined in to our internet now. So I'm running off of Wi-Fi, which I haven't done in, I can't even tell you how long. But I've got to say, we've got a faster speed, different company. So, and right now I'm barring our technical issues.
Oh, yeah, but Padme is asking about this. Yes, this was a picture that a friend of mine painted for me because I love Gur and I'm a drummer, so she put the two together. And what I actually ended up, oh no, he's gone.
Oh,
gone. What happened?
We're just having. Yeah, she put the two together. I think that's where we finished.
Yeah, she put the two together, Gur and me being a drummer, and I loved it so much that including that painting, I got. Well, you can't really see it that well, but I actually have it tattooed on me too. Right? Oh, where is it? Gur, right there.
Awesome.
But yes, Gur is awesome.
So anyway, well, we've got a 3-episode arc that. I'm sorry, Debbie. I'm reading your messages. My phone's going off, and I blame.
Oh, I was just telling Kat what our issues were.
But we had a 3-episode arc. It's all Mandalore this week.
Yay!
I'm sure this is Debbie's Debbie, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is probably one of your favorite arcs of the series, like the entire series. Mainly because it's very Obi-Wan centric. It's very Obi-Wan in love, if you will.
Oh, he is. And what kills me is, what was it? Attack of the Clones. It's kind of reversed. You know, they're in the elevator and they're going up to see Padme. Of course, Anakin's all nervous and everything, and he kind of makes little jabs at him. And then this time, Anakin gets to make the jabs about him being nervous or uptight or something. I don't know. But yes, I love this arc. I don't know if it's my favorite of the series, but it is one of my favorites. I love the banter between Satine and Obi-Wan. So yeah, it's great. I love it.
And to be honest, this arc had one of Anakin's greatest lines. I think this is probably my favorite line from Anakin, like in this entire series, like the entire Clone Wars. And it was the scene, I think it was in the second episode, where they find out who was the assassin droids are there. They find out who's trying to kill Satine. He kidnaps her. They get to he's going to get on one of the escape pods. He's holding her at gunpoint, and then Obi-Wan and Satine, oh, I love you, and yes, I would have left the Jedi Order for you, blah, 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 blah. And she gets his gun, and then she's pointing it at him, and Obi-Wan's got the lightsaber out, and he says, you know, you're bloodthirsty, and you're a pacifist, so who's gonna kill me? Who's gonna do this? And who's gonna just destroy everything y'all work for? And then all of a sudden, and then the lightsaber comes up, and there's Anakin. He's like, Anakin? What? He was gonna blow the ship up.
Yeah. And I love whenever he falls and you see Anakin behind him. Anakin just looks so proud of himself.
Yeah. And the way the line was delivered, it was delivered exactly like that. It just sounded, what? He was gonna blow up the ship. Just like, only you, Anakin. Only you. So yeah.
That does seem like a very Anakin type thing to do. I mean, he wasn't, raised in the Jedi Order. I mean, he entered it when he was, 9-10 years old. And so he, has almost kind of a small town view of things. It's like, oh, you're going to do something bad? Okay. I kind of almost liken it to the portrayal of Superman in the new movie. Whenever the movie starts and Lois is kind of interrogating him about why he caused an international incident, and he's like, because they were going to kill people. It's a very black and white sort of approach to things.
Yeah. And yeah, no, completely agree. And just the whole thing too was it was like there shouldn't have been any argument there. His mentality was that he was going to blow up the ship. We're all on the ship. He's going to kill people.
Yes. It's been a theory for years.
I think
there's also a theory for years that Rey was Obi-Wan's daughter.
Yeah,
so
Rey was Obi-Wan's granddaughter.
Yeah,
which means that Satine's son would have been Rey's father. Yeah. Can we go so far as to say that?
Well, in the series, it's her nephew.
I have no argument on that one.
It hasn't been contradicted in canon yet.
Exactly.
Not yet.
Neither confirmed nor denied. But I will say this. I don't see Obi-Wan as one that, he's in touch with the living force. He's Mr. Jedi. Now part of the living force is helping to create and promote life. So I can see Obi-Wan sowing his royal oats.
Just the way everything. I mean, there was innuendos throughout this
all over
arc.
the place.
So
Well, there
you
were
know there
innuendos
was
between
stuff
him
going
and
on.
Asajj Ventress too.
But
Well,
the
he
thing,
wouldn't have left the Jedi Order for Asajj.
Right.
the thing with
give him some
Obi-Wan,
time.
yeah. The thing with Obi-Wan's innuendos, though, they are a lot more blatant than Anakin's were. With Padme. Anakin was fairly decent. I mean, I think Obi-Wan had a feeling about Anakin and Padme, and it wasn't really proven until Revenge of the Sith when he said, "Oh, Anakin's the father, isn't he?" I mean, he kind of had an idea, but nobody else knew. But any dummy watching Obi-Wan with Satine's going to go, "You too."
Yeah.
Y'all did the bumping uglies, didn't you? All right.
Even the furniture.
Well, I mean, at that point, Obi-Wan was already a Jedi Master. It's like, what are they going to do? Expel him?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he even said blatantly in front of other people, and it was the guy that got killed. But I mean, you got to think too. Anakin very well may have been there, where Obi-Wan said, "I would have left the Jedi Order for you. Had you said the word, I would have left just for you." So it was, it's one of those things. He freely admitted it. Now he didn't go so far as Anakin did, and get married and keep a marriage secret that we know of. But I mean, who's to say that wouldn't have happened because we'll get Satine again. Let's say season after next, maybe.
I think it's season 5. Well, season 5. Whenever she encounters Maul,
I was going to say because it's after Maul. It's after Maul's resurrection. So yeah, and I don't think he pops back up until
It might be
4.
5 or 6.
Well, 6 was the lost levels.
It's not a game, Dave.
It's not a game. The Lost Missions. That was the one that was produced but never released because Disney bought Star Wars right around then, and they said, "Okay, no more Cartoon Network for you." And even though the last season had already, the last season had already been produced, so that was a direct to DVD launch called the Lost Missions. I think it was the Lost Missions or something like that. And then when it hit Disney Plus, it was it's just season 6 now. So, but anyway. So yeah, it might have been season 5 because, like I said, it was after Maul.
It was after he was resurrected, and it was also after he got the more anatomically correct robotic legs, as opposed to the weird kangaroo ones that he had for a while.
Well, and he had the kangaroo ones too. He dealt with Deathwatch, so we might actually. I think we actually get a whole nother. Because he dealt with Deathwatch when he had the kangaroo legs as well. And the only reason I know that is because I've got a Lego set around here that's a Coruscant speeder with Deathwatch troops and Darth Maul with the kangaroo legs. So,
gotcha.
So he first appears in season 4 and then has a significant role in season 5 and 7.
Okay, so I'm going to say, probably season 5. We will get more of Satine. Well, I don't know. Maybe season 4. I don't know. We'll get there eventually.
Who's counting at this point?
Yeah, we'll get there eventually. Not a big deal.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Breeze. Um, but anyway, there was I kind of had an issue with this one, and not really a bad issue. It was more of a when so in the first episode you've got Satine and Obi-Wan, and the banter back and forth between them is just all it's like cute and flirty and oh, I remember this, and oh, don't you remember this, and oh, and it's just like that. But then you get into the second episode, and it's almost like they don't like each other now. Well, you don't listen to me. Well, you never listened to me. Well, you left. Well, I didn't mean to leave. I had to, and it was just like, well, what happened in
It's
that time
manufactured
frame?
drama. It's a kids show. They don't care how they reach a confrontation. All that matters is that one happens. Um, So yeah, and nine times out of 10, oh hell, even 99 times out of 100, a lot of this drama that gets brought up in a kids show is more about somebody mishearing something or a general understanding that could be very easily resolved if the two characters just talked. But that's not what we get in stuff like this, unfortunately.
Well,
That's
and
right,
I
right there.
think a lot of it stemmed from her Satine, because she makes a quite a few jabs at Obi-Wan and the Jedi Order. They're supposed to be peacekeepers, not generals and warriors, and
Yeah.
blah 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 blah. So she has a big issue with that, and of course, Obi-Wan's going to defend his position. What are they supposed to do?
Charging all over the place with your lightsaber like you're on some kind of crusade.
What is this? Some kind of Star War?
But yeah, of course we find out everything is backed by Dooku and the separatists. And we get our first look at now I can't even think of his name. Who's the Deathwatch commander?
Pre Vizsla.
Pre Vizsla. So, which again, Lego set. I've got the Pre Vizsla minifigure, and he's worth a lot of money because he only came in that one Lego set. And it's one of the Mandalorian fighters. I don't even know where it is. Oh, it's up top. Oh, you can't see it. It's on the top shelf up there.
I don't remember the entirety of Pre Vizsla's story, but I don't. I feel like he's not really a villain character, so to speak. I think he's just a Mandalorian who's out to regain his honor and regain Mandalore and all that. And it's interesting to see how his story ends up. I know we're not quite to that point yet, but his fight with Maul is probably one of the best fights in the whole series.
Well, and two, I think, you've got to look at Pre Vizsla. You got to look at Mandalorians in general. They are or were a. When I think of the Mandalorians, I always think, and I'll put it something Debbie will get a kick out of. I always look at them like the like Klingons. They're the warring. They're the not barbarians, but they're the warrior race.
The proud warriors.
The proud warriors. Exactly. They and even in the Mandalorian show, that's one of the things. Weapons are my religion. I'm a Mandalorian. Weapons are my religion, and that was one of the predominant lines through that. And you've got to think, and even as a kid growing up in the dark times and everything, and you've got Boba Fett. Yeah, Boba Fett was only on screen for like 6 minutes of the original trilogy, but we had all of this stuff that was, all these books and novels and comic books and everything else where Boba Fett. Boba Fett was awesome. And to get into the Mandalorians now, And actually, this wasn't the first time that they've touched on Mandalorian. What's a Nubian? You almost made me laugh. Yeah, he knows what I'm talking about. No, I wouldn't go that far. But anyway, but you know, it wasn't the first time we got into Mandalorian lore in the expanded universe, because there was a Mandalorian in the first Knights of the Old Republic game. And then we get these Mandalorians now, and honestly, I remember when these episodes first aired, and I was like all kinds of excited. I'm like, yes, Mandalorians, we're gonna get Boba Fett, and we're gonna get the guys running around in the armor, and everything's gonna be cool. And here is Satine, and hey, I'm a pacifist, and I'm like, what? What have you done? No, you're ruining the whole Mandalorian mythos here. You know, this
Hashtag
is
not my Mandalore.
exactly hashtag not my. You know what? I would have been all over Deathwatch. I would have been like, had I been a Mandalorian, I would have been like, Deathwatch, yeah. In fact, you know what? I'll be your second. I will gladly, you know what? You can be in front, and that's fine. You can have the Darksaber and rule Mandalore, that's fine. But I'm going to help you get there, because I wanted the jetpacks and the armor and the cool helmets and the weapons and all this other stuff. I was like excited about this. And then here comes Satine, and she's just like, I'm a pacifist. I want to stay neutral. And I'm like, which, I mean, I guess it makes sense, because I was also thinking about it too. And I'm like, why is she in the Republic? If she's wanting to stay neutral, why is she a member of the Senate? Why is she part of the Republic? But you've also got to think too, even as far as when was it? We'll see it later on. Not the banking. Who am I thinking of? The Trade Federation is still in the Republic. I mean, they were still members of the Republic. So it was almost like, well, you know, even though we're fighting these guys, they can still have a seat in the Senate somewhere. So,
Well, what I found kind of odd is, you know, she made mention that the Deathwatch or whatever had been basically exiled to the moon of Concordia, and that they're extinct now. They died out. And I'm like, so you never had anybody go and check?
Jack, how do you know? Is there a body? Can I see a body?
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't you occasionally go and see what's going on up there? And
Even
yeah,
a flyby. Well, there's a bunch of cities down there that weren't there before, but yeah, they're probably all dead. It's not a big deal.
I just thought
that's
it was
how Star Wars
odd.
is. I mean, Star Wars never shows you a body. The body either disappears down a long chasm or it vanishes into the Force.
Yeah, makes sense. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you're absolutely right. Yes,
yeah,
the Nemoidians were in the Senate, but the Trade Federation was owned by the Nemoidians.
but they also denied everything.
Mm-hmm.
They denied any involvement. And of course, they had the Emperor
Backing
who had,
basically.
yeah, and covering for him probably. So Emperor / Palpatine probably working both sides there. So yeah.
Good old Poppy. Gotta love him.
What else happened with this one?
Well, you made a little bit mention of it, but this was the first time we ever saw or heard of a Darksaber.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. The first appearance of the Darksaber. And this got a lot
I remember the first time watching that, I was like, the hell is that? And why is it so cool?
And even
And why does an
sounds
asshole
cool.
have it?
But now, and correct me if I'm wrong, it seemed like there had been some lore around the Darksaber prior to this show, even prior to the episode. I want to say that was part of Mandalorian lore, a long time before any of this. Now, I may be wrong on that, and I'll have to go check my history on that. But
You mean in the
like
expanded
like
universe?
expanded universe and stuff like that. I want to say that there was, but I can't be.
If there
100%
was,
sure.
I didn't remember it. I don't
Because
remember any of the. Maybe a quick story.
Yeah,
But
it wouldn't have been anything major, but I seem to recall that because I also seem to recall that when that happened and oh my gosh, he just whipped out the Darksaber. Everybody was like, everybody blew up like, oh my gosh, it's the Darksaber. They brought it into the show and now everybody's happy. Or maybe that was in Rebels, or maybe the Mandalorian.
Yeah. I don't remember. I mean, I just done a rewatch, a reread of the Legend books, and I really don't recall.
You reread all of them,
Yeah,
even the whole Yuzan Vong thing.
yeah, all 20
Sweet
books.
Sweet Jesus.
Someone's dedicated.
I'm telling you. That's
Well, I
rough.
used to have them all physical. Now they're all on my Kindle because my house is not. I don't have enough room to put all my books in physical media.
The floor joists in her living room where the bookcases would collapse, and the floor in her living room would actually sink.
See, now back in the day, I had 5 6-foot tall solid oak bookcases, and they held all my Star Wars, Star Trek, Stephen King books, plus all my movies, Star Wars canon and Legends. So yeah, I had a shit ton of stuff, and then when I moved, there was just nowhere to put them. So, although now I regret that, but
I sold all of my books except for, at some point I sold them all except for the trilogy books. So I've got the prequel, sequel, and original trilogy books, and then the Zahn books. Now slowly I've regained a few. Like I've got Courtship of Princess Leia back. I got Shadows of the Empire. I've regained the ones that had some kind of meaning to me at some point or another. So, but
yeah, and the new Star Wars book just came out, which I haven't started it yet because I'm on the last and final short story of Seven Nights of the King, or Night of the Seven Kingdoms, with prequel Game of Thrones. So I'm almost done with that. As soon as I'm done with that, then I'll read the newest one, Master of Evil, which I have heard is excellent. I'm very excited to read it.
I heard it wasn't all that great.
What?
I saw an ad for that on just flipping through TikTok or whatever, which I thought was kind of amusing. I was like, I don't think I've ever seen a book ad before, but here you go. But here we are.
Well, now that you've watched it, now you're going to get a bunch more.
Ah, crap.
The same thing happened to me on Facebook. I mean, like 2 days ago, I got just a random ad for like some fantasy series written by an indie author. And I'm thinking, oh, that looks kind of interesting. So I took a screenshot of it. Next thing I know, it's like ad after ad after ad after ad of nothing but just indie author books. I'm like, oh, damn it.
See, I always go in and say, I do not want to see this ad again. It's irrelevant. I do that on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
No.
So I hardly ever get ads anymore.
TikTok and Insta. Well, actually, not all of them. Ad. Oh, scroll up. Oh, scroll up. Oh, I know what you are. Scroll up. I just skip everything. But yes, we did get the Darksaber. We kind of got some of the lore of that. We swiped this from the Jedi Temple. It's mine now, and I get to rule Mandalore because of it. Bless you.
Thank you.
What else? We had Obi-Wan and Satine. We had Anakin making fun of Obi-Wan. You go get your girlfriend. She's not. No, she's not my. See, you know what? That right there. That's a giveaway. That is a huge flag. You're in a crisis situation. You go save the girl, and we're gonna go get the assassin droids and everything else, and go. We got to move now because something bad is happening. You go get your girlfriend, and you stop. Wait a minute, no, she's not my girlfriend. No. You said that, and it's like when you're sitting there, when you have to stop everything, no matter what is going on, to defend not to necessarily to defend yourself, but to
protest.
To
Don't protest that too much.
Exactly. That's when you sit there and you go, yeah, I'll bet she's not your girlfriend, right?
Anakin was laughing all the way down to the.
Oh heck yeah!
Right,
Yeah,
sure,
it's an unfortunate
Obi-Wan,
situation,
sure.
It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because the more you deny it, the more people think it's true.
Garrett said he's got some books for you. But
are they Star Wars books
or Star Trek books? Don't forget the Star Trek books. Oh wait, or are they indie sci-fi books?
Right. I really hope that y'all's algorithms don't respond to they like erotica. They like erotica. They like erotica.
No. It would be more like they like old lady erotica. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Grandma erotica.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds disgusting.
Probably. And it's going to be on everybody's Facebook page tomorrow, and we're going to be like, I did that. Cam, I hope your phone is not only your phone. I hope your Amazon is listening to you as well. It's gonna show up in my recommended car. Here's what your wife's gonna be flipping through it. What is this? Dave did.
Why are you looking at that, Cam?
It's Dave's funny story. First thing we were talking about Star Wars, the next thing I know, I'm rifling through the indie erotica section on Amazon.
Oh, that's horrible. The Prime Minister of Mandalore, we get him too. He'll come into play in a bigger part later on.
Oh, what was the Prime Minister's name again? I forget.
I don't remember, but he's a douche.
Starts with a A. I want to say Ahmed.
Got it.
I want to say Ahmed, but that's not right.
So, and again, we get Deathwatch. There has been some speculation and some rumor. I don't think it was ever confirmed or not. And if you remember back to the Mandalorian, they are the children of the Watch. They're referred to as
Almec. ALMEC. Almec.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, there you go.
There it is. But anyway,
with my luck, I'm not pronouncing that right, but
they are referred to as the children of the Watch. So I want to say there's been rumor and speculation. I don't know if it's been confirmed 100% or not that the children of the Watch spawned from the Deathwatch.
I think they did. I'm pretty sure they did. Well, wasn't that explained
Yeah,
in
I
the
thought they
Mandalorian?
did.
I see.
Isn't that where Sabine came from? And
I
Bo?
don't know.
That
Oh,
I
no,
can't
Bo.
recall.
No,
Bo is
it would.
no, not Bo,
Bo-
but maybe Sabine.
I don't know because so the children of the Watch, it wouldn't have been Sabine because the children of the Watch are they're the ultra religious sect of Mandalorians. You know, we never take our helmet off. We do, everything exactly 100% by the code. So you're looking at Sabine, she removes her helmet. Bo removed her helmet. They were both, but Bo and Sabine, I think they were both like natural Mandalorians. They weren't.
Children of the Watch were primarily descendants of Death Watch members.
Okay. Well, there you go. But Sabine and Bo they were not foundlings. They were like actual physical Mandalorians. Because I think even Sabine had a claim to the Darksaber as well as Bo through family ties and whatnot.
Origins can be traced back to the Great Purge.
Oh, look at Debbie. Since Andrew's not here, she's our fact checker now.
Somebody has to be the lore master here. Since Andrew's not.
I know. Andrew's not here. He had better things to do. Didn't want to hang out with us. With the old people. I'm telling you. What is this world coming to? These younger kids. These young kids these days. Oh, and then of course we get the whole we're gonna try and kill Satine on Coruscant, and instead we're gonna frame her for murder. And we've got the video that we've doctored, and I don't know, that whole last episode kind of played out as like one big trope to me. I was just like, they're gonna find out that the video was doctored. She's gonna get blamed. I mean, I had the whole episode pegged like 5 minutes in. Just like she's gonna get framed for something. The video is gonna be fake, and they're gonna figure it all out before the end of the episode, and the Senate will vote on things to put it back the way it was. So
I thought it was interesting that the right hand man of Palpatine, that Moss, whatever,
Amita?
the blue dude.
Yeah.
Yes, that he because they were having I think they were having a meeting in Palpatine's office or whatever, and he spoke up and saying, "I agree with Satine," and but then he kind of turned it around on her, saying that the Republic needs to basically interfere and take over Mandalore. And I was like, I thought Palpatine kind of gave him a little side eye, because I was surprised that he kind of talked without, because normally he just stands there.
yeah,
He don't say anything. I mean, I think he might have in either Phantom Menace or Attack of the Clones in the Senate conference doohickey thing.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, you really don't see or hear much, or well, you see him, but you don't hear much from him. He just stands there looking intimidating.
Yep, I'll never forget his iconic, Oscar-worthy line in The Phantom Menace. Order!
Now into the bureaucrats, the real rulers of the Republic. And yeah, see, poor Terrence Stamp on that one. He should have stood up and said, "Order! Kneel before Zod." Sorry.
And see, I didn't make that connection until later on in life. I went back and I rewatched The Phantom Menace a few years back, and as I had a better knowledge of different actors and stuff, and I'm like, "Holy shit, it's General Zod!" And also
Crossing
Ramsley from Haunted
franchises.
Mansion.
Huh? What'd you say, Cam?
He's also the butler from Haunted Mansion, the one with Eddie Murphy.
I think Dave froze.
Oh no, not Dave.
Oh no. Yeah. Your Wi-Fi sucks. I thought you got new Wi-Fi.
It doesn't.
Go back to dial-up.
Am I unfrozen now? I could hear y'all just fine. Y'all were moving around just fine. I could hear
Yeah,
you.
you're very blurry, but yeah.
I'll get there. Something happened. I
Or
don't know.
pixelated.
Yep.
Usually
He's
that's
not-
Andrew.
He's not blurry, he's unfocused.
I am the computer man. I can do anything you can. I'm 8-bit. Come on.
Goodness gracious. I thought you were the robot from Short Circuit.
It's 8-bit, Dave. 8-bit. Oh, Lord. Did we get anything else in this episode? Did we miss, Debbie? Great episode. A great arc.
Yeah, I don't think we missed anything. Yeah, great arc. I love, like I said at the beginning of the show, I love the banter and Anakin being able to make jabs at Obi-Wan. That was great.
Yeah, and I'm glad that the Clone Wars has given the characters opportunities to banter, because other than Jar Jar, the prequels were kind of humorless.
And because of this, and that was always one of the things that really plagued the prequels was you had the line in A New Hope where he says, "When I met your father, he was a great pilot and a really good friend." And I mean, you saw it in the movie, but it wasn't like deep. It was almost like just a surface level. Anakin and Obi-Wan are friends. I mean, you saw it a lot more in
Sith.
Revenge of the Sith than you did in Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
And especially with their little banter at the first part of the movie, where they're on Grievous's ship and everything. But I think it really digs down deep. This show really gave it a chance to flesh itself out. To really see that, to really see the brotherhood between the two. So,
which made
it 10 times
everything
better.
Yeah, it made everything that much worse when it all went to hell.
Yeah.
In Sith. So
anyway, shameless plugs. What do we got tonight, Debbie?
Saturday we have the Geek Gauntlet. Monday we will be back with episode 7 of Jessica Jones.
I can tell you in just a minute.
Tuesday, our friends over on the Sith Dominion. I have not heard what their show is. They had one this week talking about Visions Volume 3. If you want to go check that one out.
I should, because we had our Visions episode last Thursday. So I'm kind of curious as to what their take on that was.
Yeah, I wasn't on that show because I was like...
Episode 6 of Jessica Jones, by the way. I think. Nope.
Are you
Nope.
sure?
It would be It's 7. You're right. Because you
Oh,
sent.
I was gonna say.
I'm looking at the pictures you sent me, and the other picture was in the other chat.
Okay. Yeah, I we already talked about it, and that once was enough for me, and I really didn't want to talk about it again.
Since we've got you here, Cam, did you watch
Yes.
Visions at all, season 3?
I have not had the chance to yet.
Then I will not ask you about it. I can't ask you. All right.
Wednesdays we have War of the Stars. They dropped an episode yesterday about Saw Gerrera. I always have a problem with that last name. I always want to say Gorilla.
And let me tell you, go watch the TikTok about that. Either the TikTok or the short or the reel on Facebook or whatever. Go watch the little thing that they did on, because did you see what Saw sees? It was clever. I liked it.
And then we'll be back Thursday. Is the next one a one episode, or is it an arc? It's the Senate murders. I know that, but I don't know if it's just a one-off or.
I have not looked yet. Actually, I think it is just a one-off.
Okay. So we'll be back next Thursday with that. And then the Thursday after that, we will not be here because it's Thanksgiving.
You are correct. Absolutely. Absolutely correct. Cam, shameless plugs. What do you got?
Yeah, so last Sunday over on Cam and Focus, we got together and discussed probably one of the worst horror movies we've ever seen, which was Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
I've been meaning to watch that.
Yeah, you're not missing much.
Oh, come on.
But it's definitely not quite a so bad it's good kind of movie, but it has its moments, I suppose. And then this coming Sunday, we're going to get together again to discuss, per Andrew's request, actually, the 2 National Treasure films starring Nicolas Cage.
Debbie's already said she's probably going to try and get in on that one.
All right,
Yes.
awesome.
Because Debbie likes Nicolas Cage.
I do. My daughter gives me a lot of gruff about that because she hates Nicolas Cage.
There's a lot of people. You know what? I enjoy a good Nicolas Cage film myself.
I mean, he's got some stinkers, but National Treasure, those movies are great.
I liked Con Air. I liked Face Off. I love Raising Arizona. That's probably one of my favorites. In fact, that's one of my wife's favorite movies too. And we could sit down and watch that one just about any time. So if you get the chance to watch Raising Arizona, go watch it, because it's a Coen Brothers movie. It's hilarious. It's great.
Yeah, I like his movie. Most of his movies, not all of them. There's some stinkers in there, but yeah. But National Treasure, those are great. And I thought I had heard a rumor that they were coming back
for a third one,
or third or fourth one. I can't remember how many movies there are, but which I thought awesome, because they had that series that I didn't particularly care for, but I watched it. But yeah, it's hard to do a series that's called National Treasure and then you don't have the main character. You had the one guy, I forget his name, the sidekick. You had him, but he was only in there here and there, little one-liners or whatever. And I was just like, ugh.
What about Stargate? They did Stargate.
But it was a different group, but that show was good.
But that was good.
It had Richard Dean Anderson. Hello.
Yeah, but it
Mr. Hottie Toddy, I watched him when he was on General Hospital.
But it didn't have Kurt Russell, or James Spader.
No, I mean, it took a little bit to get used to, but It was good. I enjoyed it. The Atlantis one, I had issues with that one, but whatever. Did you ever watch Dairy, the 3rd episode?
I'm about halfway through it. I started watching it on Monday night when we left, and I started dozing off because I was just so exhausted. And I was like, I want to finish this, so I'm going to stop it right here. And I just haven't got back to it yet. So,
Fine.
if I had finished it, I would have texted you at midnight and said, "Hey, it's finished."
All right. But anyways, let's see, other shameless. Well, since Andrew's not here, I will do his little plug for the Dingus Den on Saturdays. They are covering Smallville. I think that series is called Behind the Cape. No, Before the Cape. That's what they're calling it. Anyways, they're on season 1. I have no idea what episodes, but so that's on Saturdays over on the Dingus Den YouTube channel.
Yes.
Don't say I never did anything for you, Andrew.
There you go. We're looking out. I've got, let's see, December the 1st is rolling up on us very quickly. That will begin the start of the holiday season, as well as the Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar. I've got it here. It's under a bunch of crap right now, though, so just I'm not going to pull it out. But I do have the Advent Calendar. We will be doing a live daily Lego build the 1st through the 24th of December. Also, at some point, I'm going to build this lovely gingerbread AT-AT. I think I've decided to do it as a time lapse, like I've done other things. Debbie likes that idea, so I can do a time lapse, and it will be glorious. Did you see that? Did I send you that video? That TikTok? Thought I did.
With all the AT-ATs as reindeer.
I'm only going to buy one. I just need to buy. Well, I need a friend. He needs a friend. He needs a friend, and I've just they're just so inexpensive. But yeah,
I thought it was cute.
Very cute. It was adorable. Anyway, all right. Well, that is going to be it for us tonight, folks. Y'all all have a great rest of your week. What little there is left of it. Have a wonderful weekend. We will see all of you next week right here on the Cantina Happy Hour. May the Force be with you all.
That sucked. I can't believe the Gathering Shadow was Senate redistricting.
Worst cosmic wars ever. I will only see it 3 more times.